What's up? This is Stray from the Path, and you're watching RichardThinks.org.
Hey everybody, this is Richard of RichardThinks.org. We're at Empire in Springfield, Virginia. I have with me 3 members of Stray from the Path today. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good, you?
Good.
Fantastic. Thank you. Beautiful.
Now, for people who aren't familiar with you, can you introduce yourselves and tell us your role in the band?
My name is Drew. I sing for the band.
Dan, I play drums.
And Tom, I play guitar.
Now, how's this tour been for you? I think we're about 3/4 of the way into the tour.
It's been good. It's a different tour for us. We wanted to take this tour because we felt like, we play to a lot of new faces, a lot of new kids, a scene that we, are not familiar with. And it's been awesome, and it's been working out just as we planned, so I love it.
Yeah, basically what he said. It was kind of scary going into it, knowing that potentially some of our usual fans, might not really be into like all the bands on the tour, but we went into it knowing we would potentially gain some new ones. So yeah, that's why we're here, and it's going really, really well, and everyone's really cool and having a good time.
Yeah, I think that's a really good system. You gotta be able, brave the waters a bit. Test out waters and gain new fans. It's a great model to look at it.
If you want your band to grow, that's what you have to do. You can't do all the same tours all the time. And a lot of people get just like stuck doing that. If you're a hardcore band, you only do hardcore tours. You're only ever going to appeal to those hardcore kids. So you got to really branch out and try to get some new people.
Pretty much. Band Marketing 101 by Stray from the Path right here. Got to expand your band. You got to play some new fans. And speaking of new tours and everything, you guys are playing Warped Tour this summer. How stoked are you guys for that?
I'm beyond stoked. I'm so happy and just grateful and that we get to do it, because I know when I was younger, when I was able to drive, even before that, I went to a bunch of Warped Tours, and being able to be a part of it and actually play it and is huge for me. I saw some of my favorite bands. I've driven to a lot of places in the New York area, like Boston and Connecticut, and if there was in Connecticut, I don't remember. But a bunch of Warped Tours I drove to just to go see bands like Strung Out and No Effects, and even when Glassjaw and Poison the Well played, it was just it was fantastic. So I'm just so happy to be a part of it, and yeah.
Any bands in particular you guys are stoked to see, when you're not playing or anything like that?
Bad Rabbits for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Ghost Inside?
The Ghost Inside. Yeah, you guys have done several tours with the Ghost Inside.
Yeah, very good buddies of ours. We've toured them a few times, and we just click as pals too. We've shared a few vehicles with them and stuff like that, where not only do we click on a friendly level, but we also have some of the same crossover fans. So we just really hit it off with those guys over a long period of time, which is cool.
I think one of the coolest bills I think I've seen you guys have, I think it was last year. I think it was around this time, or if maybe in the spring. It was you guys, Stick to Your Guns, and the Ghost Inside.
Yep.
Riding Out.
That was one of our favorite tours ever.
Yep.
That was a fantastic
That was
tour.
a great tour.
Yeah.
Now, going to talking about your friendships and everything. What do you think has been probably one of the most memorable experiences touring?
Memorable experiences touring. When we flipped our van.
You made a good one.
Well, there's a bad one.
I mean, yeah, I guess I remember that.
It goes together, the good and bad.
There's a lot of good ones. There's more good than bad, but that one for sure sticks out for me.
I remember the one US tour we did with the Ghost Inside, where we were sharing a vehicle the whole tour, was one of the first times where I was leaving a tour and I was legitimately sad to be leaving some very close friends who had lived with the entire time. Because normally when you tour in separate vans and everything, you hang out with all the people from the other bands at the shows. But this one we were straight living together from sunrise to sundown, constantly with people, sleeping 5 feet from each other, and we got so close on the tour that it was one of those times where it was these are legitimate friends of mine, not just tour friends or anything.
And we get to do it all again.
Yeah,
this summer.
we get to do it again this summer, which is on Warped Tour.
Pretty much band summer camp in a way.
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of any one specific event, but I'm sure there's a lot. I just can't really think of one. Do you know of any?
Toronto. Mod Club was cool. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a bunch of really good shows. As far as things that stick out that we did was fun. On that same tour, some random kid hit me up. He's like, hey, if you guys want to do something in Pontiac, Michigan, I have some fun you can do. And I'm like, well, what are you talking about? I was like, I don't want to go to a bar or anything like that. He's like, no, he's like, I actually am a general manager of an indoor sports complex.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll open up the whole thing whenever you want, and you guys can just play. So me and our merch guy and a couple of people from Ghost Inside went at like 2 in the morning, and it was a fucking huge building, and we just played baseball. It was so sick. And I mean, we did a bunch of stupid shit like that all the time. And now recent memories, Cracker Barrel.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, we love
It's like
Cracker
the new
Barrel.
Stray restaurant. We went there once because they were just like tired of fast food shit.
Yeah.
And now it's like we go there all the time. It's tight.
Oh my god. Dude, I understand with the Cracker Barrel. It's like there's all these other places that serve like pancake stuff, but then there's Cracker Barrel. It just sticks out.
It's like the closest thing to home cooking that you can get on the
Yeah,
road.
and it's got that little store. Like we ate there recently, and as I was on my way out, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see my girlfriend. I'm gonna buy her a Valentine's Day card, and I just ate a delicious meal. Perfect. You buy candy there. It's great. You buy a chair if you want.
You can buy like a checkerboard with like a little mat and everything.
Exactly.
All right, so moving on a little bit. Anonymous came out last year, a few months now. How's the reception been so far?
Anonymous has been fucking awesome. Even on this tour, I feel like is basically our first tour with it out. Like we did a headliner when it was out for like a couple weeks, and it was cool. Like people knew like Badge and a Bullet and some of like False Flag and shit. But like this tour, like we played New York City the other day, and like people like singing like the beginning of like Scissorhands. Like, and Drew didn't have to use his mic and shit.
You guys are playing
like,
Scissorhands on this tour?
No.
No, not tonight.
Aw.
No, we're playing. Yeah, we're playing.
No,
I mean,
that's my personal favorite track on the roster.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, well, we're playing tonight. Like,
We're
it's a
playing
thing. Like, people starting to, get used to all the tracks on the record and not just Badge and a Bullet. And
Yeah. All right, so like you said, Anonymous has been your most successful release so far. What do you think it is about this album that it's resonated with more people?
I just think the songs are better. I mean, like, I feel like we are learning to, like every band does, learning to write songs as we grow as a band, and I think we found a sound that, like, even people when it came out were like, I never liked your band, but I do now, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's cool. And I don't know why, but I think it's because, I mean, it's my favorite record. I think it's collectively all my favorite records. It's not because it's newer, you know what I mean? Like, but it's just because it's better, and we're learning to be a better band.
I think we had the most. Sorry. I think we had the most fun doing it too. Like writing it, and this was our second release with Will Putney, and when we did Rising Sun, we didn't know him that much, and then after that record was done, he was such a good friend of ours.
It was like easier to write.
Yeah, it was just the whole vibe and environment. I think of everything was just like even part of what Tom said, like growing as a band and just getting used to it, and this is your life now, and it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think with all of our previous records, we had really built ourselves like a good fan base, like a good like underground solid fan base, and then where this one we kind of knew we had that and kind of went for, all right, let's write something that we think. Because I think in the past we used to write a little bit more so to please our fans, and now with Anonymous, I think we thought like, okay, we have this core fan base where we can now write more so for ourselves, write something that we think is good rather than what we think other people will think is good. And so that's what I think we did with Anonymous. Is this album was more so something that I would listen to, or the rest of us would actually listen to. Where with the other records, I was like, okay, I think this is a great record, but I think I was more so writing, especially drum parts, like thinking for the fans. But this time it was like, oh, I love this, so I'm just gonna put it on there. That's how I felt. That's me.
Now, was there like any how many songs did you guys have planned out? Like, did you guys have them all written down before you went to the studio, or did you just spontaneously jam in there?
We had 11 done, and
one of them didn't.
One of them we scrapped.
One of them didn't make it.
Weren't happy with it, but yeah, we were more prepared with this one than anyone. Like we had, I think out of the 10 songs that went on, 9 of them we had the lyrics finished, and then even the one song that wasn't finished, we had like a whole bunch of stuff that we knew would want to be on it, but. And I think that was Anonymous, the song Anonymous. I don't know, it's just really easy to come together. Like, Rising Sun took us 6 months to write. This one took us a month to write, 16 days to record it. So.
Now, when you guys are like a recording, do you guys like maybe when you have the part planned out, but do you ever like like I said before, like maybe spontaneously jam and see what you can do?
All the time, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a big part of going with Will Putney, is that he'll hear us play a whole song and be like, this part could be like this, or this part should change, this part should just be gone, we should add this part, like I know Slice of Life like changed drastically once we were in the studio, and then a lot. I mean, he also does a lot vocally. You know, everything is subject to change, but sometimes they stay 100%. Sometimes they change drastically. So.
Even when we think the part is permanent, and he'll be tracking guitar, and then like he'll like maybe not like maybe mess up a tiny bit. And we're like, wait, that sounded sick, like. And then we roll with it, and then like another idea comes about, and it's just part of being in the studio and being able to have that time to let shit like that happen, you know?
Yeah. That's what's super tough about jamming too. If you're in a band and you jam in like your garage or whatever, you can't really always listen to what you do back. You know, so you never really know what it sounds like because you're not sitting there as a listener. You're just kind of playing it. So when you're in the studio and you can actually listen to the stuff back and sit there and listen to it a lot, you can come up with all sorts of different ideas. And when you're in that studio setting, you can be like, oh, well, we can change this now, or this would be way cooler. So it works out nicely doing that, especially with Will, who's a fantastic producer. He comes up with some crazy shit that I would have never even thought of, you know, so it works out.
Now, which track in particular do you feel like, you know, he had the most influence in, like, you know, in the direction of the song?
Radio and Counting Sheep, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, he added a big part to radio. Then it's like, was it, like, now we're living up on the radio. Like, that was him. Like, he put that wasn't even in there.
Counting Sheep was just...
Counting Sheep was very, like, a mess.
Even when that was one of the first, like, riffs that Tom wroed when we started writing it. And we're like, oh my, yeah, it was the first. And I was like, oh my God, this is so sick. This is so sick. And then it just became more of, like, a hassle of a song. We were like, we don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. We changed it a bunch. And then we went to the studio and we're like, we have this song. We think parts of it are really cool. And then we put the Will sprinkle on it, and it just became an actual song, you know. So yeah, radio and Counting Sheep, he definitely had the most influence and input on, for sure.
That's it.
Now, is there any more plans for a music video? I know you guys released a music video. I want to say it was for a badge.
Badge and a bullet. Yeah, we have more plans to do some. We've been like super busy, and we've also, especially with the four of us, we kind of like butt heads sometimes on like what songs we should do a music video for and what the concept should be or this or that. And we just actually recently kind of all agreed on one that we're going to do. Hopefully we're going to actually do it while we're in Europe on this next tour. We're about to go to Europe with Architects, and hopefully we're going to do it while we're on that tour. And our bass player is actually pretty talented.
Edit that out, though. Don't tell him that. What? Don't tell him.
Okay, that's fine.
No, what he's trying to say.
He's a pretty talented cameraman. And
we're gonna make the video ourselves.
Yeah, we're gonna make it ourselves.
I think we might try to do 2 videos ourselves.
Yeah.
Now that we have
we'll see what happens.
He has a really nice camera. He's a very good editor. Yeah. We're just gonna try to do it ourselves and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know for the last one, you guys actually, I saw an interview last night that you guys worked with someone from Germany on your last video.
Yeah.
And you shot it there.
Yeah. Yeah, we did it. It was in Germany at one of the venues that we were playing that day. So we just had to load in all of our equipment super early, and he set it all up. He got, you know, the Badge and the Bullet video. He got the cop car. He got the grenade. He got the shotguns. He got everything.
You don't even want to know how you got it.
Yeah, I don't even want to know.
It was one of the most exhausting days of our lives. I feel like
because we had to do the video all day and then play the show.
That's a memorable moment on tour. Doing that fucking video in Europe.
There you go. All right, so we reached the part of the interview where I hit you guys with some random questions. You guys ready?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. What is the most random thing you've ever eaten on tour, whether it be here in the States or overseas?
We're gonna go one, like everyone answers?
Yeah.
Eaten on tour?
Yeah.
Boy.
I can't say what I'm...
What are those coagulated blood balls called?
Yeah.
Oh. Blood pudding.
Blood pudding. I had that one time. That was the most disgusting shit I've ever had.
I had a really weird squid in England that was from...
Didn't we have horse meat on the boat in Paris?
Yeah, horse meat.
Horse meat.
Did have horse meat for catering.
Horse meat!
Horse meat!
Horse meat!
It was fucking good.
It was really good.
I loved it.
I mean, I've tried squid before. It's pretty tasty.
I love squid.
Squid's fantastic.
But it was like squid from like Singapore.
Oh.
And it was fucking weird. It was a weird one. I like eating weird shit, but that was fucked up.
How about you? You got some?
Horse meat.
Horse meat? All right, we got a general consensus. All right. Now, if you had to pick 3 albums, I guess you guys can split this one to bring on a road trip. What would you bring?
I'm not splitting this with these guys.
No. 3 albums on a road trip?
Fucking Enema of the State.
No, chill.
Whoa.
Chill.
There's nothing wrong with Enema of the State.
There is nothing wrong
There's a
with
couple
it.
things wrong with it.
All right, 3 albums to bring on a road trip. Okay. You go first.
Shit. At the drive-in in Relationship of Command, Drake, Take Care, and probably Guns N' Roses, Appetite of Destruction.
All right, I'll give you one that Drew will for sure steal because
No way.
you will have to.
I'll pick the other one if you pick what I think
Okay.
it is.
Third Eye Blind, self-titled.
No.
Has to be on there.
Yeah.
Coldplay, Milo Xyloto, and Renegades, Rage Against the Machine.
I like that. That's a good choice.
All right. Blink-182, Dude Ranch. Glassjaw, Everything You Ever Wanted to Know About Silence. And Lifestyle of Poor and Dangerous, Big L.
That's a good choice. It's eclectic. It's going to be a really, really unique road trip. Now I'm going to flip it on you guys. If you could see any band or artist covering a Straight from the Past song, what song would you like to see covered and by whom?
Wait, what was the last part?
You can see any band or artist covering a Straight from the Past song. What song would you like to see covered and by whom?
Jesus. Like that would be funny or like actually good?
Actually funny or actually serious? You know, maybe Weird Al could cover it. I know some bands have chosen Weird Al. Oh, he's got one.
A band?
Every Time I Die, doing Damien.
Oh, that'd be a good one. They could pull that,
That
off
would be
for sure.
good.
Shit, I don't know.
Let Live could probably do Damien pretty good too.
Letliff can do Egg Song, any one of them good. Oh,
Could be
damn!
Bench. Could be Bench.
I mean, I would love seeing any like huge band covering one of our songs just for the pure like boner value I would get out of it. It'd be so cool to have like Guns N' Roses cover a Stray song.
I would be mad.
It would suck.
I would
so
be
cool.
so
if that
mad.
came out, I'd be
Oh
pissed
my
off.
God.
I'd
I would
quit.
be mad.
You gotta look at it this way. Which era of Guns N' Roses?
None, no era.
80s, like they did a Misfit song, they did Attitude, and it was the sickest cover ever.
No, it's probably terrible.
No,
It's probably-
yeah, I don't know. I don't have a real answer.
All right, very cool.
I'll stick with Every Time I Die. And I live doing our songs because they sound similar.
Because we fucking don't sound like those guys.
Yeah, right.
All right, very cool. Thank you guys again for your time. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
We'll see you guys on Warped Tour.
See you on Warped Tour.
Vans Warped Tour, guys.
Hell yeah.
All right, thank you guys again for your time. Anonymous is out through Sumerian Records, richardthinks.org, Stray from the Path, and we will see you later.
Thank you guys.